Today I want to do a blind to see if Old Zach 15 is as good as we say it is. If you don't know about Old Zach, it's a Good Times product that's said to be some of the buff turkey. What is buff turkey? We'll talk about that a little bit too. And with it being a 15 year and the price tag that's on it, is it worthy of the price point of some of these? Is it worthy of being in the same conversation as these? If you want to see, stick around. All right, guys, welcome back to Brutally Honest Bourbon. Today, I'm doing something that excites me because I'm getting to drink some high-end whiskeys, and we're going to compare them to Old Zach 15, which is a Good Times product. So, Rome Liquor recently got these in, and it's a 15-year, and it's said to be a buff turkey. So, first things first, what is a buff turkey? That's what I wanted to know. So, years back, Wild Turkey was going through some issues where they were having trouble keeping up. They needed to get a new still put together. So they contacted Buffalo Trace and said, hey, we'd like to contract with you guys to cook up some of our distillate. We'll age it here. So fast forward, that's what happened. They did the deal, and Buffalo Trace basically did a 75-13-12 with Buffalo Trace's yeast strain in their grain. So it's really a Buffalo Trace product using a Wild Turkey mash bill recipe. So there's really nothing about it that's Wild Turkey, right? If you look back over at Jason's video where he interviewed Bruce, Jason with Mash and Drum, if you look at his video where he interviewed Bruce will tell you he absolutely loves this product. Maybe not the Old Zach version of it, but the buff turkey stuff he really enjoys. I got this one from Harry last week, tried it. It's fantastic. It is delicious, but it's a $350 bottle. And Harry's price on it to the store was outrageous. So my question was, is it worthy of some of these? You know, I got this one for $250 or whatever. I think it was like $280 by the time it got to me when Russell's had it on sale. You know, MSRP on the George T. Staggs are going to be, you know, sub $200 bottles. The Heaven Hills, I mean, obviously I ended up buying that secondary, but their mash bills and their ages are all very similar. So you've got the buff turkey, which is a 75-13-12. You got the George T. Stagg, which is a 75-10-15. You got the Russell's Reserve 15, which is a 75-13-12. And then you've got the Heaven Hill 17, which is a 78-10-12. So all very similar in the percentages of grain of their mash bill that they use. Ages are all very similar. Heaven Hill being a little older. The Russell's probably struggles a little bit proof point wise. I think it's like 118. This one's like 130, 135 on the George T. Stagg 23. And I think we're around 120 or so on the, just under 120 on the Heaven Hill 17. And right now, this Heaven Hill 17 is probably one of my favorite bottles ever. Like it's top 3 for sure. George T. Stagg has been up there for me forever. Russell's is top 5 to 7 for sure. This is absolutely delicious. So what I wanted to do is I labeled the bottles A, B, C, D. I think I might have labeled them A, B, C, D, and labeled the glasses, poured them up. And I really don't know what glass is what, but we'll move these to the side. I'll scramble the glasses a little bit, and we'll just see. I mean, what I think about it. I'll write a few notes down, and we'll go from there. But there again, this is just my opinion. My palate's novice at best, but I was just interested. Thought you guys might like to see it while I'm doing it. So, you know, here goes nothing. That way you can agree. I don't know what's what. All right, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to go left to right. We'll just give them noses, and we'll give them palates and finishes. We'll see what we think about them. And in the end, we'll see what I chose. And we'll see if there's one of these glasses that just doesn't hold up to the others. That's what I'm wanting to see. Will that Old Zach be sitting out here like it's not even in the conversation? Or will it be in the mix and it be a tight run? I think I'll be able to pick out the Russells and the George T. Stagg on these, but maybe not. We'll see. So I've got the bottoms of the glasses labeled. I'll cover them so I don't see them and you don't see them, and we'll see what's going on. That nose is fantastic. All right, so this is going to be my first glass from the left. So I'm going to call it my glass 1, and we're going left to right. So glass 1, it's a real buttery nose. It's sweet, like it's really sweet, mapley, picking up like some apricot. And look at the color of it. You can see it's pretty dark. Let's see what it's like on the palate. I'm gonna make a guess. And I'm gonna guess that that's George T. Stagg. I don't know that. So palate, that was my first sip of the day. So I could be missing it. It felt a little proofy. That's not George T. Stagg. It's not. Or is it? I don't know. So the palate is spicy, it's buttery, getting kind of like a brown butter peach kind of thing. Finish, it's decent, fairly long, has some bitterness there. Okay, so that's glass 1 for me. On to the next glass. I'll do a better job of trying to cover these up. All right, so super dark, pretty oily. It's got some nice legs on it. On the nose, it's a little bit more tart. So this is glass 2. Nose, it's like a tart fruit. It's jam up. It's delicious. Like brown sugar. There's something earthy there. I definitely think I like the nose on the first glass better, but this one is pretty complex. Let's see what it's like on the palate. That's George T. Stagg. Am I going to say that about every one of them? I'm going to call glass 2. My goodness. I'm going to just guess. I'm probably going to look like an idiot. I'm going to call that GTS. I don't know. That palate is, it's delicious. That tartness, that sourness carries over to the palate, but it's also like buttery sweet at the same time. It's got some proof on it. I definitely think that's got to be the Stagg, right? I hope I'm not wrong. Finish is long. It's still there. It's sweet and buttery. Nice hug in the chest, man. Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit in the glass in case I need to come back to them. Man, that's so good. Unless I have to come back to them and do a tiebreaker. We'll see. As good as all these are, I think today it's going to be more about my preference for the day. That's really good. I'm almost positive that's George T. Stagg. On to glass 3, it is. That's George T. Stagg. That earthiness, that tartness, like that makes me think it's got to be GTS. All right. On to glass 3. It's not quite as dark, not quite as oily, but it's still pretty thick. Let's check it out. That's Russell's, if I had to guess. Well, I don't know why I'm doing that. I shouldn't be doing that because I'm going to make myself look like a fool to you guys. I'm calling that Russell's. So it's got that little bit of like dustiness to it, that leatheriness, but at the same time, it's got like that buttery sweetness. So nose, we're going to say dusty, leathery. It's got some stone fruit there. I can't pick out what it is. I'm not going to dig too hard. All right, palate. Cheers. That's got to be Russell's. Holy cow, that's so good. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Oh, that's so good. That finish too. Ooh wee. That's one of the best. That's the number 1 finish that I've had so far. And this George T. Stagg's going to be almost the number 2 finish. I haven't reviewed. Have I reviewed Russell's 15? I don't think I did. Man, that thing is really good. It's really dark. It's really leathery. Is there such thing as sweet leather? Gosh, that's good. It's going to be hard to beat that one. And I'm telling y'all, Heaven Hill's my number 1. But I remember Heaven Hill having a knockout nose on it. It could have been that first glass. It could have been. This finish, this is the longest finish that I've had so far. It's still there. I hate to wash it out, but I don't want this video to go on 2 days. My goodness. So that very well could be Heaven Hill. I'm going to call glass 1 Heaven Hill 17. And I may be wrong. Because if I'm being honest, this thing had a very similar type of nose to it to Heaven Hill, in my opinion. I don't know how or why. So back to the Buff Turkey thing, right? Buffalo Trace distills it. It's then sent back over to Wild Turkey. It's aged, and those barrels have Buffalo Trace and Wild Turkey on them. And it didn't match up to be a Wild Turkey product because it's not. So they decided not to sell it as a Wild Turkey brand. And that's why it's contracted out, and we're seeing all these different brands doing picks with Buff Turkey stuff for $250 to $400 a bottle. It's a 15-year product. Some of them are 16. I think Jason said he's picking a 16-year-old, so would love to get my hands on that one, Jason. All right, so on to the last glass. This is number 4. I'm lost now. Look at the color on that. I'm lost. I'm really lost. I think I've got Russell's and GTS nailed. I think I got Heaven Hill nailed. This very well could be Old Zach. I wonder how bad my guesses are. So the nose is not nearly as potent. You got to, I mean, it's there. These are like, when you get about here, you're getting them. This one, you're in the glass to get that nose on it. Oh cow! Holy cow! Oh wow, that's so good. So on the nose, it's gonna be the number 4 nose for me because it's just not as strong, but it's very rich. It's very like sweet, deep, dark flavor. These are all my jam. Man, that is nice. It's definitely like dark brown sugars, you know, with like cooked down in butter, that kind of just cobbler kind of. That is so nice. I'm only ranking it the last out of the 4 because it's not as strong, but it may be the best nose. It's hard to judge them, guys. I'm sorry. These have sat and got some dry on the sides of the glass, and now they're really picking up that tobacco. I don't know. This thing right here, it's taking some time to open up. And these have been poured for a little bit. Let's check it out. Just freaking amazing. Amazing. It's like it's got brighter fruits in it. It's got just enough proof on it. Oh my God, y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna rank which one is the absolute best out of these. So that tells me Old Zach is worthy of this discussion because I can't tell you. So I'm gonna give him one more pass through. I'm gonna give him one more pass through and just see what I like best, because right now I might like that last glass the best. Let's just see. That one, good for it that it came first because it has great flavor, but it's not as concentrated. Maybe lower proof, but I said it had proof from the first sip, didn't I? Because it was my first sip of the day. It smells so good. I'm gonna set that one up there for right now. This one's gonna go to the far back. That's good. Still not this, I don't think, but we'll see. All right, that's definitely George D. Stagg. Can't put this one that far back. Wow, tough job, huh? Should have brought more water. All right, last sip. You can't wash that George D. Stagg out of your mouth, and that was what made me fall in love with it. I need to open that 24, wherever it is, right there. I need to open that one because I hear it's even better. No. This right here, my glass number 4, is the number 1 palate flavor, hand down. So glass number 4 is my number 1. Glass number 2 is my number 2. Glass number 3 is my number 3. And glass number 1 is my number 4. Okay, so let's see what's what. In 4th place, let's get the glasses out because Brandon can't see anything. This is B. So my first glass is B, which is going to be Russell's 15. You can see the B on it. So Russell's 15. I ranked that last. Are you guys kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, maybe I'm just an idiot. All right, so number 3 is going to be bottle D. Number 3. My 3rd glass, which is 3rd place, is D. Okay. 2nd place, which is my glass 2, is going to be C. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was number 2. So that's C. And my very first place glass is A. Guys, I swear to you, I had no clue what these bottles were. The winner for me out of these, please, somebody else do this for me. Do this blind and tell me. I could be an idiot. But that's how I ranked it. This is my number 4 glass. It is alpha. You see? And that's the one that I set up here. This is alpha. Guys, I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. Holy cow. I don't have anything else to say. Guys, I appreciate it. I want to thank the patrons for everything that they're doing. If you guys haven't looked over there at the Patreon, I would appreciate you guys looking at it. We can use all the extra help we can get. I say that every video, but I'm telling you, it costs. I buy these bottles. I buy them, and they're not cheap. And I love to review them for you guys, and the Patreon contributions really help me to be able to do that. You can contact me, brewtallyhonestbourbon@gmail.com. And I'm just taken back right now. I'm floored because this is not what I expected. By any means, it's not what I expected. So very, very good whiskeys. Definitely splitting hairs. And when I judge something, I'm only judging it on how it hits my palate and how it lights me up, how that flavor does. I wasn't splitting hairs on complexities or any of that. Somebody with a more sophisticated palate would pick these apart probably and may rank this one dead last. I don't know. But I do hope that somebody will grab an Old Zach 15, rank them against these bottles for me, George T. Stagg 23, Heaven Hill 17, Russell's Reserve 15. Let me know what you think, guys. Until the next time, you guys let the whiskey and friendship flow. Cheers. They're all freaking winners. I mean, we split hairs. So I'm over at my buddy Brian's today because earlier today I did a blind with the Old Zach 15, which is a Buff Turkey product, the Russell's 15, the Heaven Hill 17, and a George T. Stagg 23. All of these are pretty similar in mash bill. I brought them over today for him. He's not had the Buff Turkey. He doesn't know what's in his glasses, and I just want to see what he chooses to be his like 1 and 2 is what I'm most eager to see. So, Brian, I appreciate you doing this for me.
Yeah, man, no problem. Thanks for you wanted me to try like really good whiskey, and you didn't charge me anything.
Twist your arm.
I mean, it was a real hard decision. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me see. You know, they're actually similar noses. Let me try some. Sweet. It's got heat. I'm not one that can pick out a bunch of notes. Like I'm doing good if I pick out 1 or 2.
Right.
That's very sweet.
I think you enjoy whiskey more when you don't have to sit there and dig and try to find all the notes. It's miserable for me because I'm like, I'm not getting them all. I know what it is. I can't articulate it.
Okay. That's good. Feels like it's got proof.
And you warmed up some. When I did the blind today, I had not warmed up, so the first one really felt proofy to me and gave me a hug. Which I don't know what your first one is because I've scrambled the glasses up and don't have a clue, but
not as much proof. A little tingle on the tongue. Almost like a little pepper on the finish or something.
Okay.
Not as sweet as the first one. I mean, first of all, both are pretty great. I mean,
yeah,
nice pours.
They're all going to be wonderful, right? That's what makes it so difficult, I think.
How much more? Well, like, what does that Buff Turkey cost?
So this particular Old Zach 15 is at Rome, and it's $3.50 a bottle.
Okay.
A lot of your old a lot of your Buff turkeys are going to be around $2.50.
Yeah.
They have some 16 years that are a fuzz more, but the $3.50 for this Old Zach is a little bit high. But when I tried it, I was like, holy cow, it really is good. But is it deserving of $3.50 when you know, I mean, you're not going to get a Russell's all the time for $2.50 or a GTS for sub $200. I don't know what Heaven Hill 17 was, but I'm thinking it was around $200 a bottle.
It was 2 something. I had one. Yeah, but those were
so
impossible.
None of these are $3.50. So it's almost like the Old Zach, which is a Good Times brand. It's almost like they're kind of riding the secondary market and they're just fuzzing, you know, just bumping up a little bit to. But I feel like, you know, these are the highest end whiskeys that I have. And I felt like it was in the conversation. I'm like, man, am I being jaded? Like, should it be or should it not be?
So, this one. So I've tried Russell's 15 a couple times, and I've always come away with the same opinion, which is I'm not in the mainstream. Most people just freaking love it, and I'm like, I like it, but I love Wild Turkey. But there's just a little bit of funk. A Wild Turkey has a funk anyway, right?
It does.
And I normally love it, but there's just a little too much on the Russell's 15.
It's almost like a Dusty or something. Like it's.
And I feel like this is the Russell's 15. I'll be very curious because it's got that funk on the finish that I didn't love when I tried Russell's 15. It's like Heaven Hill 17 was damn near a perfect pour.
Right?
except I don't like pepper on the finish.
Okay.
And that had pepper on the finish. So I may be so off.
Okay.
But I'm curious, like,
We'll
is
see.
this a Heaven Hill 17? Because I loved everything about that pour, except it finished with a little too much pepper. And if I could have just backed that off, it would have been like my perfect bourbon.
Absolute perfect pour. I got you. I'm gonna be jealous if you hit them right because I totally misguessed on them. I was like, I know this is George T. Stagg, and it wasn't. And I know this is Russell's, and it wasn't.
Whatever that one is kind of funky. Ooh. That's got some burn.
Okay.
Like my mouth is on fire.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I opened the pepper grinder and just started chewing some pepper. Woo. Okay. So far, this one.
Okay.
Oh, the sweetness on this was just delicious.
Okay.
But it had a lot of proof. So far, my favorite. Probably my least favorite.
Okay.
But I saved a little on each.
For sure.
Just to.
What would be your number 2?
I'm gonna have to go through these one more time.
Okay.
This is really good. Whatever it is, it's really good.
Nothing like good whiskey, man.
There's that pepper on the finish.
I wonder if you've eaten something today that's giving you that peppery finish so frequently.
I had a little wings, so it could have been the wings.
I guarantee it was, yeah.
Could be, for sure. Could be heating me up on everything.
I noticed that the other day because I like jalapenos. I love hot wings, and I had hot wings. And I come back to a whiskey that had never hit me as spicy, and I found it to be spicy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So in the order that you have them sitting there, that's what they are. Okay, so which one did you think was the Russell's, the second one? You thought the third one was Russell's?
Heaven Hill.
So second is Heaven Hill, you think? Okay, go ahead and turn your second glass over and tell me the letter on it.
We have, I think that says A.
That is A.
Okay.
So, and that was your number 2 glass.
That was my number 2.
Okay, so your number 2 is going to be the Old Zach.
Okay.
So the Old Zach has the A on the bottom of it.
Got it.
So that's your number 2 out of this lineup.
Right here.
What did you feel like was in your third glass? Russell's.
I felt like it was the Russells.
And what letter is on that one?
C. I'm not going to get any of these right, am I?
I missed them all, dude.
I know.
I missed them all. So C is Heaven Hill,
Is it
17. And so you rated that one third, right?
Third. I would have probably told you before I thought it'd be my favorite.
So what was your last place glass over there? What's the letter on it?
D.
D. That's going to be the George T. Stagg 23.
Oh, I keep taking that out.
Oh, you're fine.
Sorry.
You're fine. And so you're number 1.
I was the Russell's
Did you say
15.
that you're not a Russell's fan?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That's why you do a blind.
And what's
isn't
the
it?
letter on it? Is it B? Is that right?
It's B.
Okay. Russell's is B.
There you go.
So there you go. All right. So Brian rated Russell's Reserve, which he already thought would probably be his least favorite. He rated it number 1. The second out of all those was the Old Zach 15. The Heaven Hill 17 was third. And George T. Stagg was last. Said it was real peppery. And I think his palate was skewed today by the hot wings. But that's his take on it. Cheers.